I'm a changed man.
And people don't change, Pop. How do I know you won't break her heart again?
I guess you don't. You're just gonna have to trust me on that one.
I don't know if I do yet.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black But 91. We're giving you guys a late night special. We're talking about the Chi Season 5, Episode 8. I've been following this show from first season, and obviously I didn't really do much reviews on it, but we're here on Season 5. So Episode 8, we're going to break it all the way down. We're going to provide clips as well so we can get some talking points going as well. Listen, if you love it's the Shy. I'll be doing this all the time. Forgive me, okay? Forgive me. You know, the English is not Englishing very well. If you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor. Like it, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is. Baby, you got the middle rows. You got the middle rows. Stay hydrated because the streets out there are hot. Let's not waste much time. Let's get straight into it. That first clip we just watched there was with Emmett and his father. And I'll play it one more time and then we'll get into conversation.
Absolutely. I'm a changed man.
And people don't change, Pop. How do I know you won't break her heart again?
I guess you don't. You're just gonna have to trust me on that one.
Now, it's really interesting because this theme runs throughout the course of this particular episode about being a changed man. And this comes full circle towards the end when Emmett actually speaks to his father about the situation that he had with Tiff and how he resisted her along the way. Now, it's really powerful, this particular motive. And I'll tell you why, because the one thing that is should I say a downside, or should I say is karma, or someone might say is the result and consequence of playing several women, is the not knowing if you can actually be loyal, wanting to be loyal, wanting to stay faithful, but never knowing if you actually can do it. This is why Emmett at the end pretty much is celebrating the fact that he resisted Tiff. Not just because it's Tiff, but because ordinarily his behavior, he would continue to go on. He would continue and actually sleep with her normally. But something changed in him, and he was proud of himself in that moment. So talking to his father also, who we know obviously is someone who has also played the game, has played around with his mom, has messed around, has moved mad. He knows his father hasn't been in a place where he hasn't been serious. You know what I mean? And so for him, he's trying to protect his mom. He wants to make sure that his mom is not going to go through the exact same thing again with him once more. And so this whole conversation stems around the fact that it's Valentine's Day, but he's forgot. But this time, something has changed. The very first thing they tell us is that he never does Valentine's Day, but today he does Valentine's Day. So already we can see there's a shift and a change. When a man loves a woman and when he knows how to love a woman, there are changes that are implemented in the way that he moves, the way he talks, and the way that he maneuvers around the relationship. And that's what's happened to Emmett's father in this particular sense as well. So both Emmett and his father Darnell are mirroring one another in this particular episode. And what they're doing is showing us that people can change. And because Emmett changes himself, he believes others can change. It's a big factor. Sometimes people don't realize that they can change, all right, or they don't trust people can change because they themselves couldn't change. But when they can change, they realize other people can change, and that's what happened to Emmett and his father. All right, let's shift into our next clip. Boy, is it hot tonight. I'm telling you, is it hot tonight. All right, cool. Listen, let's get to our next clip.
How long are we going to feel like this?
I don't know.
Is it me or is it me? Why does this girl sound so freaking grown? Like, ain't she a little kid? Why does she sound like a grown-ass adult? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that, kids aren't smart, they're not wise. But damn, every time she speaks, she's speaking like a full-grown adult in a child's body. The wisdom that's coming out of her mouth, the understanding, the self-awareness, it's almost frightening at point sometimes, the way she's able to comprehend. Like, at one point, she was talking about, we got to sit through this. I said, there's nothing you can do. I just need to sit in it. I was like, is she a kid or is she a kid? Goddamn. Like, yeah, where does that wisdom come from? Like, to know that you got to sit in it, you know what I mean? I'm expecting no answers, but I guess she's just that wired and that smart. And I said this actually a couple of episodes back when she helped Jake unpack his own emotional trauma a little bit, where she got him to speak and became pretty much his therapist in like a few seconds, literally. And so yeah, she is well bright. I mean, it's mad. Jay says her upbringing. Okay, cool, because she's well bright. It's kind of scary. I'm looking at her like, baby, be a kid, baby, be a kid. But it's like she's just so intelligent. I'm like, wow, okay. Sorry, I'm admiring my arm. That's really bad, isn't it? No, I'm just looking at myself. I'm killing the gym. All right, cool. Next. But also within that, sorry. One thing I also noticed as well is that Jake is trying to have a conversation with her, but because obviously he doesn't really know what to say. I remember he asked a question a little bit later on where he said, "Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Did you think about, not having this kid? Did you ever think about basically not having a kid, basically?" And she said, "Why would you think that?" And I was like, "Babe, because at one point you didn't want the kid." He said, "Do you feel relieved?" Let's play the clip.
Is there a part of you that's relieved?
Why would you ask me that?
I just...
Because you didn't want the kid. Are you forgetting? Like, baby, if you're going to be grown, I'm going to give you some grown-ass answers because you didn't want the kid. Like, don't be trying to pretend as if you didn't want the kid, that you wanted the kid the whole entire time. You had to come to that thinking. Are you forgetting? Don't run past the parts. You're forgetting the parts where it was getting worse and worse. Where you were saying that you didn't want a kid in the beginning. It's your body at first. Remember. So of course he's gonna ask that question, and maybe he's even thinking that himself. Maybe he's thinking that himself. Like maybe he's even relieved that he didn't have the kid in the end. Like, do you know what I mean? Like their lives were about to change proper. So shout out you guys who are in the chat as well. Much love and appreciation. Like, but I was like, oh, it's a real yeah. Honestly, Jay, it's a real question. I was like, it's a valid question, and the way she shot him down is like, babe, are you forgetting that you wanted to give up the kid not long ago? So he's just asking a real question. But again, she's in mourning, and sometimes your brain can think in different ways. But I was just like, I need you to chill, okay? Don't forget that you was a minute ago not wanting a kid. So let's not try and get ahead of ourselves too fast, okay? All right. So and I appreciate the fact that both of them were not sure how long they're gonna feel like this. It's real. What you're going through, you don't know how long you're gonna go. You don't know how long you're gonna feel it for. You don't know how long it's gonna be on your neck for. You don't know how long you're gonna feel this way. But like she said, you gotta sit in it and continue as well.
A magnificent mile.
Oh, don't watch the kids.
I am. Look, the reservation is just for you. There won't be nobody that'll bother you. Not even the babies, not even me.
Woo! Hey, listen. Do you know what the part I actually wanted to catch on this part is when she said you've been listening. And one thing that's so powerful about relationships, and I think what I'm starting to really like about Emmett and Keisha is, he wants to be a better man. You can see him changing. You can see him growing literally with Keisha. Not because of Keisha. That's the most important thing. It's not Keisha that's causing him to change. He's deciding to change, and Keisha is a part of receiving from that process. He's made a decision himself. And, for him to set up a spa date for her to go off away and then come back, and him to look after the kids, or at least give the kids away and let her have some time alone. Boy, that's big for him. Like he said, the selfishness of himself has gone. You know what I mean? And, I would say one thing as well. Yes, God SB, absolutely. One thing I'd also say is that some people really do bring out the better side of you. Not to say that you don't have a, not to say that, not to say that she's a caused catalyst, but more of a case of some people have an energy where you feel like you're not being taken advantage of. You're not having to fight. It's not toxic. You're not always on the back foot. You can trust them. They love you. You love them. They're caring for you. They're showing you they care for you. They're not making it hard to decipher whether they want you or not. Do you know what I mean? And when you get that can make it so much easier to deal. That can make it so much easier to deal and to make you want to be a better person, especially with Keisha and Emmett. So I think with Emmett, when he meets Keisha, she makes him feel safe, and therefore all the things that probably he should be doing with Tiff, that he didn't get to do, he ain't doing it. And that's why Tiff is salty. You get me? All right? That's why she's salty. and because of that, you know, and that saltiness is like, I wanted him to do that for me, babe. I'll be honest with you, he was growing, and he was learning on the job, you know, learning on the job, you know. But now he's got to a place where he understands what he needs to do, his responsibilities, etc. So it's unfortunate, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you fluff up a man for another gal, take all your hard work. She's like, I've been asking for this. Why haven't I got it? Well, because, you know, the boy wasn't grown at that point in time, you know? So, yeah. Let's get into this part.
That can change your life.
Huh?
And then you want to...
Oh, brother Shad. Brother Shad. What are you doing, sir? Brother Sharad. I said Sharad or Shard, or how do I pronounce his name? I think it's Sharad, isn't it? Listen, brother, what are you doing? You were doing so well. I was gonna choose your ass until you showed your tail. Why is it at the table when your own girlfriend is making a speech, you're being caught in mid-look? You know what I mean? Why are you getting caught in mid-look? Sir, I need you to focus. Keep your eyes on the prize. But mid-look, you're mid-speech, you're looking at the other woman. Bro, you're fluffing up, man. You're fluffing up.
Oh, hey. You look good enough to eat.
Now, listen, I played the wrong clip even, but this clip was still important. There's no way he thought this soundbite was appropriate. There's no way in your brain, prison or no prison, you thought this was appropriate to say to another woman who's not your girl. Right? How did you think this was an appropriate comment to make? You look good enough to eat. What are you actually suggesting here, sir? You're suggesting that she could be eaten? You know exactly what you're talking about. So this guy, I don't even want to even say that he was naive and fell into a trap. No, sir. I think you knew what you was doing. I think you knew what you was doing. I think you knew what you were doing. Old boy was literally taken aghast, right? I'm telling you, man. Yeah, we all know this coming. She gonna get pregnant. She gonna get pregnant. The pregnancy is they're gonna have to cover up the pregnancy because it's gonna be hers, but it's not gonna be Triggs. Triggs is obviously they're moving mad. Triggs obviously moving mad because then Triggs is also dating the other girl. Triggs actually can't really talk, but because it is his girl and that's his boy, that's gonna be the madness. Let me ask a question to the if you're in the chat. Is this a violation from Shad to Trig to Victor? Sorry, is it a violation to sleep with this lady? Even though he knows Trig doesn't want her and Trig's got another gal. Is it a violation? You know what I mean? That's what question I'm asking. Is it a violation? That's what I'm asking right now. Is it a violation? For Shad to go after Tiara and sleep with her, is it a violation? That's the question I'm asking right now. Is it a violation? Yeah? Let's see.
Well, I'm handling business.
He's a worker bee.
Hey, man, well, you better start paying attention to this beautiful queen sitting right next to you.
Now, I personally didn't think the comment was actually a bad one. But when you add the fact that you were staring at old girl Guac Guac 3000, looking at her, and then the comment later on where you talk about, you look so good you could eat. Yeah, this is now no longer looks like an appropriate comment, right? on its own, I'd have been like, it's not a big deal. He's encouraging his boy to be respectful of his girl and to hang on. All right. You know, but honestly, I'm looking at going, my friend, what are you doing? You know what I mean? When you add it all together, all right, it's not really a big deal, right? But then when you add it all together, it's a big deal. But when you leave it solo, it's like, oh, he's just complimenting the girl. He's making sure his boy, you know, like how you said to your boy, fam, this is a keeper. Don't mess up. Oh, she's a beautiful one. Don't mess up, bro. Bro, she's paying, you know, don't mess up. Man, them say that to each other all the time. My issue is that I feel like Victor is territorial. Like, and maybe part of it is because of the campaign. He doesn't want nobody to mess up his campaign, because we saw how selfish he was when he was talking to his brother, right? He saw how selfish he was with his brother when the brother was saying he got his girl pregnant. All he was thinking about was his campaign, right? I wonder if this frustration that might come up later on in their season will not be because, you know, the boy is slept with your quote-unquote fake girlfriend, but because you're messing up the campaign. It seems like he's so invested with the campaign now, you know, that anything that affects it, he gets angst about. So maybe that will happen later on in the season, rather than it being about him actually, about Shad going after actual Tiara. By the way, but Tiara obviously came after him. He was happy to oblige. They lips, they lied. Okay, all right, so let's go with that. All right, let's go. Let's talk about this.
I told you.
Shit.
Move. I do it before you burn the damn house down.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know, Rob. That's exactly what I want to know. But let's tell you what's wrong with her. Let's explain what's wrong with her. She is realizing that she jumped the gun too soon. And she's asking herself the question, had I stayed with Emmett, would I have got the Emmett 3.0? Had I stayed with Emmett, would life be much easier? Had I stayed with Emmett, would I have the perfect life that I wanted beforehand, just without the money that I had before, that I'm having now with Rob? She's really considering whether she really is happy or not in this relationship, right? But the truth is now, the reason why she went after Emmett back again, it's got nothing to do with the fact that she wanted Emmett, but more of a case of the fact that someone else had Emmett, and she didn't like that, because she wanted to be the only one that had moved on. Because when you move on, you feel like you're less hurt, you have more power, all right? And especially after I think he cheated, right? So then, if then you move on to somebody else, what happens is then I've got some power back. That's why it's painful. Plus, that's the girl that's your friend also that's with your man. So I can understand why she could be moving. I can understand a bit why she's emotional and why she's frustrated, because it is your friend after all, who's now sleeping with your man. But bear in mind, obviously, that was your friend's man before it was yours. So let's not, let's not try and move mad like that, you know. Jenna says, perfect example why women shouldn't settle, but shouldn't chase a man with money either. Yeah, I mean, she's obviously tried, and the thing is, she wanted an open relationship at one point, you know. She considered monogamy. She was in the marriage. She's not in the marriage now. Like, she wants her freedom. Like, babe, like, we're gonna have to make sure that we stick to a perfect line here, because it seems like you're all over the place. I'm gonna be honest with you. It does seem like you're a little bit over the place. Like, you're everywhere. And I think that Tiff just wants to be loved and appreciated. And so she goes chasing after it in all the wrong places. Now, Robert seems to be a very cool guy, and actually he's a very chill guy. He's even like ignoring a lot of her nonsense. Like when she comes with the whole Emmett situation, he kind of just powers it away, and that takes a lot of strength. That takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot of ingenuity to do so. Like, he seems to be decent enough to be able to do that. As for me, I couldn't do it. Yeah, you're not going to play me like that. I'm not a dickhead. You understand? Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Mad at Emmett about something? Take that out on him.
I'm not mad. I just feel some type of way about how they moving.
Why you care?
Because he's my...
Ask her again why she care. Now, we get why she cares, but she's doing way too much. It's now even affecting her current relationship. Just deep that. Your current relationship is getting affected by the fact that you are stressed about your ex-man. This is why you don't go and date somebody who fresh comes out of a relationship. She has not recovered. This is why you don't date somebody who hasn't finished the divorce. They haven't recovered. Don't date people so soon after a breakup because they ain't recovered. They need time to recuperate. Time to recuperate. Okay? Recuperate. Chill. Relax. And she should have never entered into a thing with Rob, but you were trying to get yourself back into alignment because you saw what your boy had done, and you almost wanted to get back at him. Rob was your rebound attack, and now, unfortunately, you've lost out on the thing that you wanted. You were using Rob to try and leverage, hopefully get your boy to feel a bit some type of way, but unfortunately, he played you because he moved on. You was hoping that maybe he'll be sopping and moping at home, but he moved on. He moved on. He's done. He's finished. Finito. Gone. And now you look like you got egg on your face because you wanted to try and play the game with Rob. And now you're not even satisfied with Rob. Rob is not even all that you wanted. You didn't want Rob. You need time to sit on the bench and heal. Okay, babe? We need you to do some therapy. Get in there fast and thick. Because right now, you're a mess. And you're a mess because you didn't take the time to heal after the relationship. You were still broken. Right? You're using relationships as medicine to try and heal something that requires you to not just put a band-aid on it, but to actually address it. And that's the biggest issue that you're facing right now. All right? Okay.
I pull up on this vendor. It's the only day that work.
Emmett did something really.
Oh, damn, I cut off in the right part. Where she said, obviously, Emmett did something very, very nice for Keisha. Babe, why the frick are you telling me? Like, why are you telling me? Why are you telling Rob about your ex-husband, please? Why are you telling him about your ex-husband who did something nice for his current girl? No, I get the fact that this is hurting you, but this is nuts. That's not who you share that information with. You share that information with your girls. You don't share that with your man. About your ex-husband doing something nice for another woman, and you're throwing a fit in my house. I think Rob was even generous, because I might have been like, pack your bags. And to the left, everything you own, to the back, to the left, in the closet. That's my stuff, baby. If I bother, then please don't touch. Like, you can be gone. How dare you try to tell me, how dare you try to tell me about another man who's your ex-husband and what he's doing? And you think that's sensible? And then you get into a huff and puff about it. It just shows again the awareness, the emotional awareness of Tiff once more again. It's outstanding that it's this way. Yeah, outstanding. I cannot believe it. Oh man. Okay. And then she had a conversation with Keisha, which was.
I just have to trust myself.
Do you trust him?
I do.
You shouldn't.
He's changed.
People don't change.
So now, Keisha, you got someone in your ear called Tiff, who's your ex-partner, okay? And she's now saying, do you trust him? See how Tiff is snaky, Because she's really trying to embed seeds of doubt in Keisha. She ain't trying to save Keisha. This ain't about Keisha. This ain't about your friendship. You're just trying to embed doubt in her so you can ruin their relationship. Hence why you then went to the house to try and seduce him. You're not happy with the fact that you made your choice in your bed and you got a lie in it. You're now trying to ruin something nice and beautiful going on. That's a bitter spirit. That's a bitter spirit. And that means that you're unforgiven and your heart needs to repent, for the kingdom of God is at hand. Repent. Okay? Right? Sis, repent. Why? You're in a space where you're now with your ex-husband's girl, who obviously is your friend. But now what you're trying to do is literally create a wedge between him and his girl. Why? Because you're bitter. And I get it. It's still painful. It's still fresh. But when you become that bitter, it consumes you. It consumes you. Right? Like, honestly, Tiff, like, you're moving very wild at this moment and this point in time. And it's showing me that there's a lack of maturity in Tiff. I get it, you know? I get that you're hurt, but this ain't the way to go, baby. This ain't the way to go. Okay?
I'm the one that's got you looking all good in these streets. If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't be paying attention to you.
Hey, now hold on. You ain't doing me no fucking favors.
Oh,
now.
no, I've done you a lot of favors.
Don't ever let a woman tell you that she made you. Oh, my days. Don't ever let a woman tell you that she made you. All this Frankenstein stuff is mad. I keep telling it. Listen, man, them, get your own. Because women will turn around and tell you they made you. Get your own. Oh, brother, no, you got to get your own. Like, get your own. Because now look at the situation he's in. One mistake, and what does she do? One mistake, and she's turned on him saying, basically, she wouldn't even be looking at you if it wasn't for me. She's also got a bit of an insecure streak as well anyway. But for her to say that to you, lets you know where she stands. For her to say that to you as well, lets you know where she stands. How can she be basically saying that she made you? And another woman wouldn't even look at you if it wasn't for her. I get it, babe. You gave him a chance, and you're hurt because he's not upliving to the standards of what you're saying. Fine. But to say that you've pretty much made somebody, it's also not cute. It's arrogant. And it almost makes it seem as if you were only doing these things to upgrade me so I could become a partner, become a trophy on your arm, that you actually did it. It's not inspiring confidence. It's not inspiring trust in this relationship for you to say those kind of words. I get you were hurt. But babe, this wasn't it. This wasn't the comment to drop. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure brother will be back there in a few days, I'm sure. After he sexed Tiara. I'm sure he'll be back there again. The clip I forgot to even play is... Okay.
So you can be loyal to Keisha, but not me?
Oh, yes, he can. He can be loyal to Keisha, not to you. You know why? Because people learn, people change, people grow. That's it. People learn, people change, people grow. People grow up. And he doesn't want to be the same guy he doesn't want to be the same guy again, right? They do not want to be the same guy. So for me, I want to say that, you know what? In this situation, all right, I get her pain. It's painful to see that you are the stepping stone to somebody's conception. You are the stepping stone to somebody being better. They've been bad all the time in your relationship, but now suddenly a new girl comes in and they can be better just like that. It's painful to know that it wasn't with you. It's painful to know that that person couldn't evolve and change with you. It's painful to realize that that person didn't do what they were supposed to do with you, but they're doing it for somebody else. And not long after either. It's painful, I get it. I absolutely get it. I get it. I understand where she's coming from, right? Why were you loyal with Keisha, but you can't be loyal with me? Damn, that must hurt. It must hurt to think that, and it must hurt it hurt her so bad, even before this point, that she had to come and seduce him. It's actually deep, you know. She wanted to prove to Keisha that he's nothing but a scumbag and was going to tease him. What level of entrapment is this? Nah, man. Nah, man. I'm not about to give in and cave into this madness. Nah, G. No, you're not about to get me like that, kids. No way. It's not about to get me that way. Okay. All right, cool. Let's have this one. All right.
I'm the one that's got you.
Wrong click, guys.
You're the mother of my child. But I don't have feelings for you like that no more.
I don't believe you.
Ooh, he was so close. Oh, he was so close. He was so close. She was literally there. She was literally there up his neck, you know. Listen, again, we know that she tried to set them up because she wanted to prove to Keisha that she had the same dude that you had. she wanted to prove to Keisha. It was about proving to Keisha. It was about being able to say, you know, he hasn't changed. It's easy basically to say, look, I've gone through it, you're going through it, we're in this together, right? Almost to kind of say that. But it's disbelief to feel like he's changed. And I get it, because he never changed in the relationship. So she had to prove it. And unfortunately, it actually hurt her more to try and prove it, because she lost her sense of pride and dignity in the moment. Meanwhile, she's going to go back to Rob. Meanwhile, she's going to go back to Rob, who is loving her, taking care of her, and appreciating her. She is going to go back to Rob. This girl is born in trauma. This girl is literally carrying trauma. That's why she goes into relationships where she cannot, you know, well, at least for the Rob situation, she's still carrying the trauma from the last relationship with Emmett. And that's why she can't appreciate Rob the way she needs to. Right? Listen, that's what the Bible says. You must run like Joseph. Flee fornication. Don't stay around. Flee it, because it will capture you. It's too seductive. So seductive. Tony Yale, 50 Cent. You know what I mean? It's very seductive. Said, hey, yo, I'm tired of using technology. You know? So for me, I'll say it again. My God. Baby, listen, we get it why you wanted to lock licks with him, because you wanted to prove to yourself and prove to him and prove to Keisha that he's the same goon. But this whole episode was about showing a man can change. All right? And he did, in fact, change. And we love to see it. We love to see it.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Ooh, shit.
Ooh, baby. Tiara. Listen, I don't know if someone's already said it in the chat. I think what's happening at the moment, I think our boy Trig is actually hitting it. I think Trig is hitting it. I think Trig is hitting Tiara. I think he is. I don't know if he's hitting it raw, but I know he's definitely hitting it. I think he's definitely hitting it. And I think that's why he was a bit more protective over her when it came to his boy. Because he didn't behave like he didn't care. He behaved like somebody had a little bit more protectiveness. Why? Right? Why? And that's when I realized, oh, okay, maybe you are sleeping with Tiara and you're just keeping her sweet, but you really want, you know, your what's her name, Fatima, right? I think he hit, man. I think he hit. I think he hit. If he's not hit yet, he's gonna be hitting. I think so. You know, I think he might be hitting, but I may be reaching, but I think he might be hitting. I think that's the only way I can see this becoming a mad problem. He's invested in her in some type of way, apart from the fact that obviously, of course, he's very attached to his vision in terms of political sphere. But just because he's hitting it doesn't mean that he wants her. It's territory. It's territory and pleasure. It's more of a case of, I've got a concubine. You cannot just come and take my concubine, right? And remember, he doesn't want her. He wants the other girl. So hitting it is just for pleasure. You know, it's just a little bit of pleasure. All right, bit of fun. And also as well, we've got to keep up appearances. Most will do it whilst we're here, innit? Nothing big. Most do it while we're here. Most have a little bit of fun. Yeah? Might as well. Why not? Okay.
You nervous? Hell no, shit. I'm excited now. When you gonna tell Keisha? Tell her what? You gotta tell her what happened.
Brother Emmett was about to try and lie his way in this. Bro, if you don't know the power of truth, let me tell you this now for free. A situation like this is a compromise of your relationship with your baby mother. You can make enemy lives so much more difficult if you don't tell the truth. Because if Tiffany holds this over your head, she will say that, oh, he tried to kiss me and I stopped him. You must get ahead of the madness. Go and tell the truth to Keisha when she comes back. Let her know, hey, look, our friend visited me and she tried to kiss me and tried to offer herself to me, but I wasn't on it. I rejected her. Simple as that. Because if you don't tell her, old girl Tiff can use this over your head whenever she wants. You know? Bruh, listen, we don't want to see that. So, Emmett, be smart. Go and tell the truth, because it means that the person holds nothing over you. If you tell the truth ahead of time, it means the person can't manipulate you. The person can't pretend as if, quote unquote, you know, they have something dark to tell Keisha later on. You don't want to give anybody that opportunity to have a leg over your partner. No. Be truthful. You didn't do anything wrong. Your baby mother came over, she spoke to you, and you said no. I actually didn't watch season 4, so I don't know what happened. So he's saying, funnily enough, he was becoming this guy when he got married, but once she found out about Dom, it was a wrap, and she opened a marriage. She no longer gave him the opportunity to... Did he cheat with Dom? I can't remember if he did, so yeah. Okay. She did have a right to be mad back then because he was cheater, but actually had stopped being a cheater for her first. She just didn't see it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, you know, listen, I'll be real with you. You know, that man is dead. He's gone. He's a better man now. But he needs to stick to principles. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Tell the truth, remove any power of the person who has the opposite truth to be able to say anything. You get ahead of it. You let Keisha know. She now knows what's coming her way. And if then Tiff tries to be messy, you've given your girl all the ammunition so she can defend herself, defend you in future. Don't let her be blindsided. Do you know what I mean? So the dad gave great advice, you know. So we appreciate that as well. And finally,
You just try it on.
Yes.
Shoot.
I can't lie to you, yeah. First and foremost, the soundtrack on this, I actually thought it was H-Town. The way he was singing, I thought it was H-Town. I was like, oh, is that H-Town? Because, baby, the first time I felt emotions when I was in my mother's womb. All right, listen, don't worry about that. Listen, you don't know about H-Town. You don't know about H-Town. First time I heard emotions, I was in my mother's womb. Hey, listen, H-Town is a bomb. I thought it was H-Town, but it wasn't. But this scene here, again, full circle, just as Emmett has changed, so has Darnell. And we appreciate that. We get to see a different side of Darnell, where he cares about Valentine's. He's now doing the right things. He waited for the blessing of Emmett as well. Like, to do that is mad. To wait for your son's blessing shows a level of respect that he has for his son. And that is actually a powerful thing. He didn't say, I'm the adult here, I can do what I want. He said, let me wait for the blessing of Emmett, then I'll do this. And that is powerful. You know, that's very, very powerful. And again, that empowers your son and also shows a line of respect that, you know, runs deeper than just you, I'm your parent. So yeah, I'll be honest with you, I love seeing that point, and I love seeing the fact that these two are going to get together again. Now, I hope Darnell stays the course, because we can't be following this the rest of the season and him messing up again. Okay, you're on like your 18th, 19th chance. Get it right, sir. Get it right. There's no need to mess up this time again, but you know these characters now. Anyway, listen, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification uploads. We appreciate you guys. I didn't want to talk for long. I just wanted to give you guys a quick review of episode 8. It's been a Marza, it's been a Mazzoline. Before we do go, guys, do me a massive favor. There's 45 people on here as well. I need you guys to do me a massive favor. I want to give you guys the link. If you haven't used it already, okay, we need to find out numbers. So I'm going to put the link in the chat. Okay, the link there. Basically, we need to know how many people are trying to come through for my US tour. So when I come and settle down in New York, DC, or Atlanta, when we do our event, we'd love to know the numbers roughly, and that will help us pick what event space we're going to use. Okay, so please use the form in the chat right now. Vote for it. I think the things will be open till Wednesday morning. Vote and let us know, what is it, Atlanta, DC, New York, which one would you be coming to? And that will help us as well set numbers going forward as well. But listen, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification uploads. We appreciate you. Stay locked and stay loaded. We'll see you again very soon. All right, I've got family and fiance tomorrow morning, so don't worry about it. All right, don't worry about it. All right, I appreciate you. Okay, much love. Jenna James, I hear that still.